Good afternoon. How is everyone doing? My name is David Tucek, and I am currently a student at Ohio University pursuing a bachelor's degree in either engineering or construction management. I have realized that taking on this type of degree, I am going to encounter many struggles such as the amount of work I am going to be required to complete and the knowledge I am supposed to know. Throughout my life and even today, I continue to have battles that weigh me down and affect my health, which is most often from stress in school. This pulls me away from society and friends, most often making me go into an isolated state and feel alone. It is not just me that deals with this issue, as I have friends and relatives that are dealing with a battle weighing down on them, affecting their health in a negative way. However, I have found ways in which to deal with the battles in my life that keep me thinking positive and keep my mind off of them. Now, I am here today to speak with all of you struggling with a battle in life, whether it be an injury or mental issue, about finding an inspiration in something that will bring you optimism. I'm going to use a painting by the 19th century artist Caspar Friedrich and the lesson it teaches to help with this. The artwork being analyzed is titled Winter Landscape, painted by Caspar Friedrich in the year 1811. The painting is unique and has distinct features, starting out with the landscape and weather. The landscape is on a hilly surface with no flatness, having a sort of rigidness to it. A small amount of snow has accumulated on the ground and the objects surrounding it, such as trees and rocks. Grass peeks out on higher grounds, where there are dips, snow covering everything underneath it. It is seen that there is blowing snow and clouds surrounding objects in the picture. This makes it appear that a strong snowstorm is occurring and that it is cold outside. There are two large boulders in the middle of the painting, where there is a man lying on the edge of one directly in the center of the piece. Crutches are lying abandoned in the snow some distance away from him, where he has his hands folded while looking up at a crucifix embedded in an abundance of evergreen trees. Within the foggy and desolate background, a cathedral stands a far distance away from the trees, rocks, and the man. Looking at Friedrich's work, it is seen that the man's crutches have been thrown down in the snow. This tells us that he is struggling with an injury and frustrated with how much it limits him, possibly at the point in his life where he wants to give up. It looks as if he dragged himself to the position that he is sitting in against a rock, with how far the crutches are from him. He is in front of a crucifix that is outside in a snowstorm rather than inside of the cathedral off in the distance. Because of this, it communicates that the man has found optimism for a higher power outside nature, no matter the conditions, rather than inside of the cathedral. The man's optimism is also reached alone, rather than with the help of other people, as he chooses to be isolated in nature rather than around others. The man is inspired by the things that occur naturally in his life and given by God, no matter how big or small they are. This is what works for him and what he uses to deal with his battle towards the frustration of his injury. The nature around him is the center of his life and gives him peace. In the painting, notice the position in which the man is lying, gazing up and praying in the direction of several trees that are around him. His spirituality is sought in the trees, the rocks, and the snow. The evergreens were no longer just tall wooden creatures spanning their branches out over the ground, but rather symbolizing a feeling that is great and deep. These objects allow him to feel optimistic and forget about the battles that he is dealing with, since the higher power that he is inspired by and created, all of this allows him to feel free. Truly, I interpret this painting as a lesson to find optimism in order to be inspired and overcome battles in life, meaning it does not just have to be found in nature. With those who are struggling in life with an internal or external fight, should take away from this lesson in the painting is they can be inspired by anything that they feel optimistic about. This is most likely with an object or activity that will bring about joy and happiness in their life, something that will take all the thoughts off of your mind. For me, I find optimism in my life when I am at a low point by spending time with my dad and working on our motorcycles. It puts my mind in the right state and away from all my issues. It is in this atmosphere where I feel the most optimistic in life and keeps me going, despite battles, since it is what brings me the most joy. When I am in school, I will usually go to the gym and exercise to get my mind off of what is bringing me down. It is the best way to release my problems and overall make my day better. To conclude, I want to say thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you are able to find a sense of inspiration in the world that will make you feel optimistic if you have not already. I hope that everyone has a great day, and thank you for your time again.